Hello, this is Flurry Moon. Welcome back to my channel. And you guys, we are back with Reddit stories. You missed it. I did too. And today we're here with Liam.
Hello.
This is my brother. So we're going to start off just like pretty tame. Like it's just like a regular person problem. Would I be the asshole if I rescinded my offer to pay for a friend's birthday dinner after they picked somewhere I can't eat? My friend Luke is turning 40 and I offered to pay for him and a group of our friends to have dinner anywhere Luke wanted. Luke knows I've been vegan since my 20s and it's never been an issue before. When I asked where he made reservations, he said a local barbecue place that is famous here for having a menu that mocks people who don't eat meat. Like, literally has a section that says vegetarian options. Don't let the door hit you on your way out. I asked what he expected me to eat, and he got huffy and said, well, it's his birthday, so it shouldn't matter. I should eat before getting there and just order drinks while everyone else eats dinner and still enjoy everyone's company. This sounds miserable to me. I had zero expectations of Luke picking somewhere vegan friendly. Hell, I expected him to pick a steakhouse, and I would have been fine with the salad and some sides. I didn't expect him to choose somewhere that prides themselves on meat being in every single dish on the menu. I want to tell him never mind and buy him a traditional birthday gift instead, but feel like a massive asshole for taking back my offer. I don't know what to do. So an edit, this is a group of 9, so I'm also feeling miffed about spending $300+ on a meal I can't eat. Am I the asshole?
This problem could easily be solved by being upfront with the guy, saying, hey, look, can we, since I'm paying for the place.
Well, he did. He said like, what do you expect me to eat? And he said like, well, it's my birthday.
If that's the case, and he goes, well, it's my birthday, if there's nothing on the menu that you can eat, and he still kind of is a dick about it, like, I'm sorry, you're not the asshole on that.
It's tough because it's like, I get that it's his birthday, but it's also like, I wouldn't want my friend to not be able to eat anything at my birthday. You know what I mean?
I think the real big thing is if there's anything on the menu that has that, then just, you got to deal with it, and you're going to save money because you're getting minimal stuff with, drinks. And if it's 9 people, I hate to tell you, it's going to be more than $400. I don't know when that was made.
I don't know. It is a little weird that he picked a place that literally like makes fun of his friend being a vegan.
Yeah, I don't know if that's like a dick move. And the vegan has
to pay for it. It's kind of like, I don't know. I mean, he did offer, but it's kind of like if I was allergic to something. Well, that's different because vegan's a choice for the most part. Like, because sometimes it's for like health reasons.
Wait a minute, you're saying it's a choice? It is a dick move on the birthday boy's portion of things because this guy or girl or whatever is doing you a favor, is giving you a birthday gift that's kind of crazy. Like, I'm sorry.
That is
paying
insane.
for a ton of, like, a big thing. There's so many other things that you could do for this guy for a much cheaper price that would absolutely make his day.
Yeah.
And doing that is kind of a lot.
Okay, so somebody said, why would you pay for other people's meal? You can treat him, but not 9 people. And he said, I offered because we all never get to see each other as a group very often anymore since college. I know Luke and some of the others are still struggling, and I'm thankfully comfortable financially. I wanted everyone to be able to enjoy themselves without being stressed about money.
Which
is nice.
The poster's fault. This is where the poster went wrong in multiple different ways. You need to actually, because this is a rookie mistake, when people pay for stuff for a birthday, for a full thing, what it really should be is a pool in of money. And everybody gets appetizers except for the birthday dude. Like, everybody gets like if you go to a Chinese food place, you get like all the like poo-poo platters and all that type of stuff. And they can get whatever they want.
I really don't know how. I think I would be a little annoyed being the vegan and being like, okay, I offered to pay for this, and he picks a place I literally have nothing to eat.
Right.
I don't know if I even would say anything because I'm like, I kind of put myself in this.
Shouldn't have given him a choice.
Like, I don't think he's the asshole, but like, I mean,
if you're friends with this person, you know what they like.
Yeah. Go
to a place that you know they like. Because this person might be choosing this just to be an asshole in general.
Yeah.
Because if he says, well, it's my birthday, well, if you really want to go, then go whenever you want. yourself. Why bother make the person and almost deliberately feel uncomfortable when they're paying for the whole thing?
That's a whole thing.
I would have to say you're not the asshole, but you could have done better at setting up this plan.
Absolutely. So, top comment, not the asshole. I get that you offered and said he could pick anywhere he wanted. This is extremely generous of you. So generous, in fact, that you should have at least been considered when picking the venue. Even on people's birthdays, my friend group makes sure to pick restaurants that cater to everyone's dietary restrictions and allergies. That's what you do when you care about your friends. The choice he made feels very intentional on his part, and not in a good way. Honestly, it seems he thought it would be funny to humiliate you. He's using the fact that it's his birthday to get away with it. Luke doesn't sound like a great friend. How you handled this is up to you. I personally would tell him that choosing the one restaurant that intentionally excludes people like you is very telling and you will not be participating. Yeah, I don't...
like you?
Well, it's true. It says, like, vegan options. Later. It's like, you guys don't have fries. Are fries vegan?
They should be. They're just potatoes.
They should be. I think depending on the place, because some places like fry them in the same stuff that they fry the... I don't fucking know. Whatever. They don't have lettuce. Like, you know what I mean? Lettuce. I mean, but he doesn't want to sit there and eat lettuce. I don't know. Okay, so this originally is what he said. Hey, I want to take you and the friend fam. Okay, well, you're the asshole for saying friend fam. Out to dinner for your birthday. Make a reservation somewhere and let me know. Yeah, I don't know if, like, the friend wants to humiliate you. I think he just doesn't care about you that much. It could be super deliberate. Like, I don't like to think that people are like that, even though they are, but it just seems like he's, like, kind of selfish. You know what I mean?
I think it's more that.
I don't think
definitely
he's,
a
like...
possibility, but it's definitely more that. This is exactly where a no good deed goes left unpunished.
Yeah, for sure.
You're trying to do something nice, and you're overly doing something nice. This is kind of it doesn't seem over the top, but when you actually look at the price point and what you're actually doing and how many people are going, you are going over the top.
Yeah.
You would have been better off giving him an Xbox.
Because it's like, because like he just wants the friend fam. He just wants the group to be together. So he wants that so desperately that he's like, fine, I'll fucking pay. I don't care.
Right.
Like, I just want to see everybody.
Saying friend fam is a red flag already. I'm sorry, you
Divorce,
guys don't...
break up with him.
I wouldn't hang out with either of you.
That's why Luke doesn't want you. Moving on. That was a tame one just to get us moving. Okay, I have to do this one. You'll understand why. Am I the asshole for telling my sister-in-law it's rude to crochet everywhere?
Oh boy. This hits a little too close to home.
Can you explain why?
So my girlfriend is a big crochet connoisseur. She's very good at it. And
very good.
If she could, because now we have a new puppy, so she kind of can't, because it takes a lot to control the dog. She would do it everywhere if she could.
So, my sister-in-law does crochet. It's literally become her personality. She started doing it after her and my brother experienced a second trimester loss early in this year. Oh shit, okay. Now she does it everywhere. I work in the same place she does, and I've seen her crocheting at her desk during her breaks and lunch. My brother says it's how she relaxes. Apparently, it helps calm her busy mind. Every week or so, we have family dinners over at my parents' house. Since sister-in-law has been crocheting, she brings it with her. She just sits in the corner after dinner working on a project. My brother often sits with her and they'll talk quietly. Both her and my brother are quite introverted. If she ends up sitting with my wife or another sister-in-law, she's crocheting. I recently invited her and my brother to watch a film at mine, and again, she was sat crocheting through the whole film. It's rude because she's not paying attention to anyone. Tonight, my brother posted a picture of him where they were out having a couple drinks in the pub. Yet again, she was crocheting. It was on the table and in the picture. In the comments, she was joking with her friends that she'll be able to see where on her whip that she got drunk, as it'll be all dropped stitches and she'll have to start again. So she can tell by the way she crocheted she was drunk.
Yeah.
Her social media is full of posts about crochet, about what she's working on, the yarn or patterns she's bought, or their trips she and my brother take to go to specific yarn stores. I've had enough of her being rude, and I commented under the post that it was rude that she kept crocheting everywhere and she needed to stop because she needed to stop being antisocial all the time. She didn't comment back, but one of her friends did tell me to F off and that she can crochet wherever and whenever she wants. I responded by saying, in that case, crocheting is banned in my house, so she'll have to socialize in future. My brother deleted my comments before sister-in-law got to see them. I know this because he told me when he messaged me telling me that I was being a prick and her crocheting wasn't hurting anyone. He said that she's currently crocheting all the time because she's making gifts for family and friends. BS, because we don't do gifts for adults in the family anymore. He told me that they wouldn't be coming around anyone until I apologized to sister-in-law. I'm not apologizing because it's rude not to be giving people your full attention. Am I the asshole for telling my sister-in-law that it's rude to crochet everywhere?
Yes.
What the fuck is your problem?
Yes.
What is she doing wrong?
First of all, I was already moving from the first sentence. Doesn't that mean they lost a kid?
Yeah.
They
had a
lost
miscarriage.
a kid. She's trying to figure out something to keep her brain off of losing a kid.
Like, do you not hear yourself?
I don't know.
Type that out and
you know
be
what
like,
he should do? He should have read it. Should have read his whole sentence.
Post.
Crochet is banned.
I'm sure she's she's going through it. And obviously she's not the most social person, so it probably calms her nerves when being with a big group of people.
He just said they're both introverts.
Yeah.
They're going to be unintentionally rude anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what introverts are. They're
coming from an introvert.
Sorry, they're unintentionally rude.
No, it's true. It's true.
They're not trying to be. That's just not how they roll. They don't. And some people are unintentionally rude by being extroverts by not shutting up.
I mean, I can't imagine seeing someone crocheting and being like, this fucking bitch. Like, how does it make you so mad?
Like, there's so many other things. I'd be more aggravated. Like, I understand the not giving the full attention. It's almost like a kid on a video game, like a Game Boy or a DS or, oh my God, I'm showing my age, a Nintendo Switch. Hello, fellow kids. Nothing she's doing is being harmful. She's trying to cope with some mental stuff after losing a kid. If she finds her thing,
I don't think I would ever get that mad about someone not looking at me while I'm talking, because I'm also not great at eye contact too, so I kind of get it. I feel like this person is probably super outgoing, so people who are just kind of doing their own thing bothers them or something.
What you need to do, and this is what he should have done, I don't know if he did.
We don't even know if this is a girl or a guy.
Oh, it sounds like a guy.
Girl.
Really?
I was thinking maybe this girl is just doesn't like the sister-in-law because it's oh, that's my brother. She's not good enough. Some weird shit.
Oh, you know what? That makes sense.
I can see I just don't feel like a guy would care that much about that.
Saying crochet is banned. You know what? I might have to change my mind on that one. That does sound more like a girl.
And the commenting on the Instagram, it's giving a girl being jealous of another girl. That's what it feels like.
You are 100% right.
It's giving pick me.
You just went, no, not this way. And opened up a path and showed us where it was. Yes.
Yeah, it doesn't say anywhere.
You are absolutely the asshole.
And
you know what? I hope you somehow get a hold of this video. Because if that bothers you, most things probably bother you.
I could not imagine being this bothered about something. Get a hobby. Do you have any hobbies?
There's not been one time I've been bothered by her crocheting.
If
crochet.
anything,
Sorry,
it's
I'm starting to think it's against the vocabulary now. It's
if
crochet.
anything, I think it's awesome. I have a friend who crochets all the time, and I know Marissa obviously. And it's if anything, I'm what are you doing over there? You know what I mean?
It keeps them occupied, and a lot of them, maybe I guess she's engaged with me in conversation while she's doing it. She's able to multitask pretty well with that stuff. But you screwed yourself over with two things. You said one, she just lost a kid, so something's getting her going. Leave her alone. Two, You just said both of them are introverts. Case is closed. Done.
Yeah, what?
You should be banned from your own household.
And also the fact that the OP comments on a post that was the brother, the girlfriend, and a group of their friends. You weren't even there.
Not only that, you took it to... So he took... she, most likely, took it to social media.
Yeah, so the brother posted...
Number three.
The brother... So tonight, my brother posted a picture of them where they were out having a couple drinks at the pub. Yet again, she was crocheting. It was on the table in the picture. You weren't even there. Like, how... Like, the friends probably didn't give a fuck. Like, nobody cared. It doesn't seem like anyone cares about this but you.
That's the complete wrong way to approach this, and now you're saying it's banned in your household.
And the brother's like,
dude,
fine, we just
problems.
won't fucking come over. It sounds like you're gonna push your brother away, big time.
Right, that's on you. That's on you. And you should be a little more sensitive to when people lose kids and need to find shit to keep them going.
Like, geez, how do you write that out and not... Okay, anyway. So someone commented, you're the asshole. Unfortunately, if you're craving attentiveness and for her to be present, you can have a discussion about it. Hey, I love that you love your hobby. Would you mind setting it aside during family time? I really care if everyone is present. The way you framed it, it makes it seem like you personally feel she crochets too much for your liking. It comes off as if you are jealous of the hobby because it gets more attention than you. Try talking it out. I hope you can find peace with her hobby. And OP responds to that and says, I've suggested to her previously that she puts it down to be more present, and it just ends up with her being really fidgety. She used to fiddle with a pen a lot, which was irritating as she would click it constantly. The fuck? Why do you care? It sounds like this girl needs something to do with her hands.
Crocheting isn't the problem. Obviously, you just said it. Crocheting is not the issue. It's you just don't like that she's a fidgety person. I still don't know what it is. But
like, I don't understand.
It just doesn't make any sense. You continue to show more evidence that you are the a-hole. I just
don't think OP likes her. Like,
That's it.
It sounds like, you know, like when you don't like someone, and so just everything this person does just bothers you.
You don't even have to find stuff. It's just there.
Okay, so moving on. Okay, so we'll do either, am I the asshole for not enjoying my boyfriend's surprise to me while sick? Or am I the asshole for turning my cousin gay and then everyone against each other?
Pardon? This is kind of hard.
We could do both.
Let's start with the first one.
Okay, so do you want to do both?
If we do it quick enough, we'll do the other
We can do, okay, so the sick one, the boyfriend, okay. So, am I the asshole for not enjoying my boyfriend's surprise to me while sick? Trigger warning, stalkerish behavior, ?
Oh boy.
The past couple weeks, I've been extremely sick and haven't felt like leaving the house or do anything. This sucks for me because nobody likes to be sick, but I am a busybody and being bedridden is awful. I also haven't seen my female 19 boyfriend, male 20, in a while, and he keeps asking me when I will see him, and I tell him I want to wait until I'm at least not running a fever because I wouldn't want to pass anything to him, especially because he has little siblings and a baby sister, and I would feel awful if I got them sick. He's very persistent though, and keeps saying how much he misses me and he wants to see me. He texts me multiple times a day asking to come over, and I keep telling him not yet, especially because my fevers are up in the 104 range. Girl, go to the hospital. Yesterday, both my parents were at work, so it was just me at home. I've been in and out of sleep because I've been sick, so I was asleep most of the day yesterday. Mind you, my boyfriend works Monday through Friday, so in no way did I expect this. Around 2 p.m., I'm waken up by someone rubbing my back. Before opening my eyes, I think it's my father home on his lunch. I don't know why that's funny to think of.
Moving on.
It's my boyfriend. I'm very shocked at first and ask him what he's doing here. He says he couldn't stand being apart and wanted to surprise me. I then asked how he even got in because my parents always lock the door before leaving, and he says he guessed the garage combination because it's the same digits as my phone password, which is what my family uses as a common password. I'm a bit taken aback, and I tell him it wasn't cool to show up uninvited. He told me it seemed like I was ignoring him and he wanted to come see what's up. We went back and forth about it for a while, me keeping my point of it's rude to show up uninvited, and he just tells me I should be grateful to see him and I need to stop whining. After a while, he left mostly because I made a point to say my parents don't know you're here and wouldn't be happy with me for having you over here without their permission. Since yesterday, he hasn't talked to me. Am I the asshole?
How long have they been together? Does it say?
It doesn't say in the post, but it might say in the comments.
No, you're not the asshole, but depends on how long it's been. Because if it's been like over like 3 weeks, it's kind of normal for somebody to think, now this seems like it's being like a deliberate thing to kind of push me away. And this is as a guy wondering these things. But like,
you don't show up to
You don't show up. That's one thing you don't do.
Not only show up, break into the home.
Yeah, break in. No.
I guess I understand coming to the door and being like.
I could see coming to the door. I could see that. But
maybe not.
Breaking in. That's.
I would have. So if I were him, I would have texted and been like, "Hey, I'm outside. Like, I just want to make sure you're okay. I haven't heard from you all day. I know you're sick." But she woke up to him rubbing her back and being like, I guessed your combination. Like, that's a little scary.
However, just because he guessed the combination doesn't mean he's insane. I'm thinking in the guy brain sense. Never do we think we're, like, causing a big problem when it comes to these things. We'll think afterwards, yeah, that was probably a bad move.
Yeah.
Now, if after you tell him this thing, saying, why are you here? Like, just letting you know, don't do that again.
Yeah.
If his reaction is defensive and stuff, then you're most certainly not the asshole because you're just saying, hey, look, just don't do that again.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't see a world where he's not in the wrong because I've never felt like entitled to break into someone's home.
No,
I understand like being like, because he's saying like, oh, it felt like you were ignoring me. I feel like if I thought someone was ignoring me, I'd be like, all right, fuck you. I'm going to do my own thing then. Like, not
first
like.
First of all, my move would be I would text and say, hey, look, shoot me a call really quick or FaceTime or whatever. If you're sick, let's FaceTime so I can actually have somewhat of a face-to-face, the closest I can get without making you uncomfortable by, breaking into your house.
Like there's so many other things he could have done.
And then approach it that way. There's so many other things he could have done. And if you feel like you're being ignored, showing up to the house isn't the best idea. Especially like he's probably going through the mindset thinking she's probably cheating on me. She's all that stuff. And it's like, you can't just break in like that. That was dumb. That was dumb on his part.
And it's
You're not the asshole
only
for feeling
dumb.
weirded
like
out.
I'm going to take the side where it's scary. Because I think, like, as a woman, I would be scared of that.
That's, I don't know, getting that combination. And that's why my first question was, how long have they been together? Because if we're talking, like, months, then that's scary.
Run.
If we're talking a couple of years, that's still weird, but it's like, you do that when you're together for a long period of time. The parents know you know the code, know that you come in and that you're good, and it's like that. Yeah. That's why I'm getting the red flag. I'm glad she put the ages in there and all that type of stuff because those ages tell me that it's probably not a long relationship that they've been in. Yeah. And that's more just a jealous boyfriend,
which
paranoid
is like weird.
Relationship.
Top comment, they take a part of the post. He told me it seemed like I was ignoring him and he wanted to come see what's up. So the real reason is he didn't think you were actually sick. He thought you were dodging him. Creepy. Then another part. And he just tells me I should be grateful to see him and I need to stop whining. Oh, just hell no. He doesn't respect your boundaries at all, has no problem completely dismissing your feelings, and he's trying to manipulate you into being grateful that he violated your privacy. Gross. You're not the asshole, but this boy, he most definitely is, and he's more interested in what he wants than what's best for you. The whole situation feels icky. Run. So the boyfriend has her password. And so someone was like, why? So she says, when we first got together, one of his boundaries was that we have each other's password. I have his, he has mine. Yep. And I feel like that's another...
Right off the bat, you should have pieced out.
Because, I mean, it's one thing to know your password. Like, I think I know your password. Well, I don't know off the top of my head, but I know where the buttons go.
I'm glad you found that comment, because that's it. It's over now.
Already, yeah.
That shows that he is like that right off the bat.
Yeah.
Saying that that's like a boundary.
A boundary, yeah.
It should naturally happen that you kind of know.
Yeah.
your significant other's password just because there's going to be many times that you're going to be using it, whether it's for changing a song or replying to a text for the person while they're
For
driving
sure.
and all
Taking
that
a
type of stuff.
picture, like there's always something.
I know my girlfriend, she knows mine, and if you got nothing to hide, it ain't a
It's
problem.
not, yeah. All right. Would you like to do
We'll do
the
that
gay
one
one?
more. Yeah, let's do the,
Okay.
the gay one.
So this one is pretty fun. It's more just like, I feel like it's pretty obvious, like, who is the asshole and who's not,
It's
but
more
it's just
funny to talk
it's
about.
just crazy. Like, it's just wild. Okay, so am I the asshole for turning my cousin gay and then everyone against each other? I, 20 female, started a huge misunderstanding in my family over something that happened years ago. It all started 5 years ago when I was 15 and was staying in the countryside with my aunt and her son for summer break. For context, my aunt hates gay people, not just that it's a sin in our religion, but being homophobic was also her entire personality. And it wasn't just her, everyone in that place despised gay people. Now, at the time, I had a girlfriend, let's call her April. April was around my age and also came from homophobic parents. And surprise, surprise, my cousin, who was 18 then, let's call him Sam, also had a boyfriend. Sam and I never told anyone about our relationships. However, as teenagers, we wanted to spend time with our partners, but couldn't do that due to the homophobia, so we decided to troll everyone. I pretended that Sam's boyfriend was my boyfriend, and he pretended that April was his girlfriend. Everyone believed... Do you get it?
Yes.
Okay. Everyone believed this, so whenever I was with April outside, I would be like, yo, that's my cousin's girl. The best part was when our partners stayed over, they ended up sharing rooms with the person they were actually dating. For example, if I brought my boyfriend home and he stayed the night, my aunt would make him share rooms with Sam. Likewise, whenever Sam brought April home, she would be in my room. Genius, I know. And nobody figured it out until 2 days ago and unleashed a barrage of insults. She used every slur you could ever imagine. Turns out Sam invited her to his wedding. He was marrying that same guy from 5 years ago. She accused me of turning her God-loving Christian son into a sinful man. This couldn't be my fault because Sam and his boyfriend were already together before I arrived. Anyway, she thinks I'm the one who turned her son gay, that it is because of me that Sam and his boyfriend did sleep together, and then they became gay? I don't understand. I'm sorry. After she hung up, I started getting calls from my relatives. All of them insulted me. They blocked me on everything. Then after that, they called my mom and insulted her as well. My mom was confused as to what was going on. She asked me what happened. I ended up telling her everything. I've never told her how I spent that summer before this. The thing that she focused on was that back when I was pretending that Sam's boyfriend was my boyfriend, he was 19 and I was 15. My mom lost it when she found out that my aunt was actually okay with me dating someone that was way older than me when I was 15, and my aunt didn't even bother to call and tell her that. My mom started calling my relatives, then screaming at them. Some of them took my aunt's side, some of them took my mom's side, and are now arguing with each other through the phone as I'm writing this down. Sam called and apologized for the way his mom acted. He said that she's crazy and that he had to cut her off after what happened. So am I the asshole? This is fucking wild.
Oh boy. What a lot of older people tend to think is that gay is almost like Walking Dead.
Like a disease.
You get infected. It's like you were once a little kid who just liked girls, and then all of a sudden something happens. And I can tell you what happens. You grow up and you start liking something.
And it just...
Because as little kids, for the most part, when we start out, we don't really, it's the cooties type of thing. Almost like I've converted to homosexuality, which is just not the case.
Yeah.
It's almost like they want to be like, change them back. And
Yeah.
it's like, no, they obviously hid this from you because they knew you'd flip out like you are right now. Yeah. And if it weren't you, it was going to be the next person who decides to, get involved in helping him.
And also he was gay before he was with the boyfriend before OP even showed up.
So right off the bat, you should know that you're not, obviously you're not the asshole.
No,
I think
that's why I said it's pretty... I think you both did what you had to do. I mean, obviously, it sucks that they had to hide it, but they were like smart enough to know, like,
It's kind of a good move.
they're gonna flip it. It's fucking genius. Swapping, and then the aunt's like, no girls with the boys. So the couples literally get to be.
Easy.
It's just
That
kind
was
of.
just a funny story, to be honest.
But then the fucking. Like, so the aunt was more chill with the 15-year-old being with a 19-year-old guy than being gay. That's just the definition of homophobic people. It's like the priorities are fucking way fucked up.
And well, it's the same as everybody else. It's not even just the homophobic portion of it. It's more just whatever fits what I don't like at the time.
Yeah, it's clearly not about protecting the child because you're fine with it, you know, when it's a straight.
It's about your values and what you think is, and that's it. So don't say it's about I'm protecting my child.
Because
exactly
it's not.
What you said. Because it's you protecting you.
Yeah, that's really exactly what it is. So I think this is funny. That is honestly, it does seem like there's an update.
She's gay. The aunt's gay. I knew it.
Update because a lot is going on. My aunt and 2 of my uncles showed up at our house last night.
Oh boy.
I have no idea.
Did they know the code?
How
They know the code.
They called the last
They found
guy.
the door code.
Oh my God.
Started rubbing my back.
Stop.
They took my temperature. I had 140.
I had 104. I have no idea what happened, but she ended up reading this post and she asked me to delete it immediately because people were being mean to her in the comments. She didn't like the way y'all were making fun of her. She said that I was only telling my side of the story and not the full picture, which in her words includes me implanting woke ideologies into her son's head, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Me being a bad influence because I didn't grow up religiously like the rest, and me making him miss church services. He didn't go to church one Sunday because I was sick and someone had to stay home with me. Huh? Whatever, that made him gay, I guess. I don't know. She said that the comments were villainizing her for no reason, and also the comments that were saying you can't turn someone gay were all wrong because Sam and I and everyone else did in fact become gay because we were exposed to the evils of the new world. Okay, whatever. She started crying and one of my uncles started yelling at me for breaking the family apart. Mom ended up threatening them. That she's going to call the cops if they don't leave, to which 30 minutes later they were gone. What made the situation worse is that the fact that my grandmother is on my side when she was supposed to be on my aunt's side. Grandma even ended up buying me a Lady Gaga album because she heard people... What? Because she heard people in the LGBTQ plus community like Lady Gaga. What?
It's the song, I was born this way. That's the song.
She said it was fine that I can't have kids because she had 7 children and look how they all turned out. I know I shouldn't need anyone's opinion, but I've always loved my grandmother and her approval means the world to me. Sam's fiance filed for a restraining order against my uncle and my aunt. Looks like he's having it worse than me. And
Yeah.
Sam's dad, my aunt's ex-husband, decided to involve himself into this chaos by offering to pay for half the wedding expenses. I have a feeling that he probably just wants to piss off my aunt even more, since he has a very bad relationship with the family for a long time, and he has taken every opportunity possible to get on everyone's nerves. But it could just be me. So there you have it. Mom, Sam, Grandma, and another kind aunt of mine are the only people from my family that are on my contents right now.
It sounds like homosexuality is the least of that family's problems right now. It seems like there's a lot of toxicity.
There's a lot going on here.
It's like you can cut the tension with a knife. If it weren't about the son being gay, it would have been about something else down the line. So, don't take it so hard is how I'd really like to say. For both of them. I feel bad for the son. I feel bad for the son.
Because, this is your aunt and shit. Like, you don't have to really deal with them. But, Sam,
It's like, no kidding he's taking it worse than you are. That's his
his mom.
That's his legitimate family.
Well, no, so Sam's fiance filed the restraining order. So, yeah, it's still, imagine your husband has to file a restraining order against your mom and your uncle.
That's nuts.
Damn, it must be really bad then.
Man, every time I see and hear stuff like that, I'm like, actually doing great.
That's why I love reading these, because I'm like, you know what? I feel a little better.
So like every once in a while, I'll like tune into like there's like a show, like a financial show where people call in and just say how bad they're like in debt and really they're struggling. I'm just like, it's gonna be okay.
You just listen to people like talk about their traumatizing debt, and you're just like,
oh my god.
Oh my god. So that was a wild one to end on.
That was good. I'm glad we went with that, because that was just, there's a lot going on.
As much as it was going on, it was fairly funny.
I do feel bad when people are in a tough family situation when it comes to that type of stuff and not having your family on by your back.
Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment below if you would break into your partner's house with their phone password if they had a fever of 104.
Just figure out what combination that the family seems to do together, like what they seem to have. So like,
but yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching this video. Thanks, Liam, for joining.
Thank you for having me.
And I'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.